Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, and this is a very special edition of Chattin with CHAP. I'm coming live to you this day because we have lots of questions and answers to share with you today. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A day, so I thought I better get on and share some things with you guys because there's been a lot going on, and there's so much to share with you. And lots of capital day information will be coming up to wrap up our episode today. So let's get started. So the sunshine is peeking through. So I don't know if y'all's been outside, but it kind of rained. We got a 10-minute sunshine peak, and it's going to rain again. So here we go. Right in the middle of that sunshine peak comes the Q&A day. So question number one, we have all kinds of stuff. We're going to wrap up at the end with questions with convention-related things, but we're going to start out with some general stuff. Where can I find homeschool mentors? And how can I connect with those who have graduated kids? So if you do not know, CHAP has a mentor network. We are adding mentors all the time. We've added a whole bunch recently, which is really cool. So you can go out to chaponline.com/resources where you find a lot of our stuff, and there's a mentor section. So you can go there and find a mentor. You don't have to be local to them. If you are local to them, that gives you the opportunity to maybe meet them sometime. But you can just chat with any of us via text or email or over the phone. Other places, co-ops. I mean, if you're not part of a co-op, you can go to a co-op and talk to the older moms who are there, the ones who have been around the block a little bit. You can reach out to any other places like libraries, or if you're going on field trips, or if you're in groups, just ask around if someone would like to chat with you. Try to connect with people in that way. And if you are one of those seasoned homeschool moms and would like to be a mentor or help people out, you can get listed with us, or just make yourself known in the neighborhood around you so people know that you are available for them to talk to. But we definitely need community and encouragement with each other in order to go through this homeschool journey, right? So check our mentor list, come to convention, connect with us at the booth there. There will be mentors at the booth. Check the YouTube channel for some mentoring through videos, and check Facebook groups. There's lots of Facebook groups out there and lots of people who would love to support you in that way. Question number 2. I am new to homeschooling and don't know where to start. Well, this is the place you need to be because we have all kinds of resources. So if you have never gone to homeschoolpennsylvania.org, you need to go there. That is our law database, and it explains all the little bits of the law and gives you help with curriculum and other things like that. And the other place you need to be is our YouTube channel. So you can find us at CHAP Homeschool Pennsylvania on YouTube. So it's CHAP Homeschool Pennsylvania 5953 is what our call name is. So all kinds of information there. I mean, there's so much information in those two places alone to give you lots of help and resources. And keep your eye out for more Chat with CHAP episodes, Rose Resource Room episodes, and come to the convention. You can get the support you need. Talk to other people. Write into our mentors, look for one of our mentors to give you the support you need. But there is tons of resources out there, and people very, very willing to talk to you if you just reach out and bring up the conversation. How do I find groups? Again, chaponline.com. We have a list of groups, support groups out there. And I tell you what, if you are a leader of a support group that is not listed with CHAP, please get listed with CHAP. There's an option there to get listed as a homeschool group. Fill out our form and we will get you on there so people can find you. Other places you can find groups are, again, at Facebook. Search for like town name homeschool, like Elizabethtown homeschoolers or something like that. And then you can find the homeschoolers who are around you and get connected in with our groups. Word of mouth, if you're chatting with people, if you meet other homeschoolers here, you're part of a group, are you aware of any groups that are near to us? That is really the best way to share information. It remains that. It always has been that, and it remains that. So number 4, diplomas. So someone wrote into us and asked if CHAP had their diploma. No, CHAP does not have your diploma. That actually is the responsibility of the supervisor, who is most likely your parent. So it is the parent's responsibility to keep all of the paperwork in some form, whether it's a soft copy or a hard copy, in your safe deposit box, I don't know, but you need to keep those things at home, keep them in a safe place. So if you were a part, this person happened to write in and said they had graduated in 2007. So if you graduated prior to 2014, and even the few years after that, there's a good chance that you probably have a diploma. So you would need to find out which diploma program you're a part of, go back to them and ask them if they have your diploma. But after 2014, diploma programs had decreased in popularity. So my advice, even with diploma programs, is you need to keep the copies at home in a safe place, know where they are, because it is the supervisor's responsibility to take care of those things. And actually, once the student is graduated, I think the student can be responsible for their diplomas and transcripts and whatnot. So there is the answer for that. CHAP does not keep those things for students. All right, question number 5, math for senior high. So I had 2 moms write in who are really concerned because they have children with special needs that really struggle with math, and how are they going to fulfill the law requirements. So if you go to homeschoolpennsylvania.org and you read the law requirements, you will see on the list in the little paragraph that says the things that you need to cover in senior high and secondary school is mathematics, to include general mathematics, algebra, and geometry. And then right underneath that, there's a list that says 9th through 12th grade, you need to have 3 years of mathematics. So it is important to pay attention to the words there. It says 3 years of mathematics. That is for the supervisor to define. It is not a credit. It is not a book. It is not a certain number of hours. Supervisors need to define what that means. And it says general mathematics, algebra, and geometry. It does not say a whole book of all of those things. It does not say a certain number of weeks. It does not say a certain number of lessons. That is for you as the parent to decide. So if you have a child that struggles as a learner, you know your child. You know your child's capabilities. And you know what they could possibly be using in their future. So it's up to you to decide how much of those things they get exposed to and work with. And maybe like geometry, maybe you have a student who's just really good with hands-on. Maybe you can use, I suggested pool shots to people so many times, like learn how to shoot pool, and that teaches you like geometry and angles and stuff like that. You can get really creative with how you teach math. I'm going to also suggest that you come to convention, because I will be speaking on this very topic of requirements in a 45-minute session, which I will have way more time to address it than I have right here at this moment. But those are just go check out the law and see what it says. It's very general, and you can make the education fit the ability of your child. So if you want more information, come on out to convention. I'll be doing a talk on it. If you can't make it to convention, there will be recordings that you can purchase, so you can purchase that. I can't go into it in any more detail for the moment. So I'm going to go on to question number 6. Now we are moving into convention related questions. There's always a bunch of those. How do I sign up for convention add-ons? So first you need to register for convention. So conv.chaponline.com is where you can go to learn about the convention. All the information is out there. You can click on the register button, register for convention. Once you register for convention, you will receive a confirmation email. That is the most beautiful piece of information that you will ever need. That confirmation email will say, hey, you registered for convention. Here's all the add-ons. Okay, so if you want to do graduation, if you want to buy lunches, if you want to rent one of the dorm rooms, if you want to be part of the used curriculum sale, and on, all of those add-ons are in that confirmation email. So you cannot get the add-ons until you actually register, and then you'll get a confirmation email. Please check your spam or junk box, because sometimes the stuff from CHAP does not go to the inbox. It goes to the junk box. So you really, really, really want to be checking that out and make sure. If you don't get your confirmation email, let us know, use the contact form at chaponline.com. Let us know, and we will resend that to you. But all your stuff is in that email. Someone else wrote in and asked what a parent of a preschooler is. Like, what's the definition for that? So preschoolers are younger than 5. And then a parent of preschooler, for the special price, you need to have a child younger than 5 and you have never been to the convention before. So it's the first time you've ever come to the convention. Your oldest child is younger than 5, is not in school, and you would like to come. So for me, I started attending CHAP conventions when my oldest was 3. I could have signed up for the pop price that first year when my oldest was 3. The next year when my oldest was 4 and he still wasn't in school, so he was a preschooler, but I had already been at the convention, I could not sign up for the preschooler price because I had already been at a CHAP convention. So this is just a way for parents of preschoolers to get their feet wet and come in and see what the CHAP convention is all about. I'll give you a discount that first year, and then you can see how valuable it is and how amazing it is, and that you want to come back year after year. Okay, so number 7, is there a graduation ceremony for seniors? This is a generic question. It wasn't necessarily related to convention, but I stuck it in my convention section because we have a graduation ceremony, and it happens at the convention on Friday night. So there's information about that out there on the website. It's one of these add-ons, so you do need to register for the convention before you can do the graduation ceremony. Now, if you are planning on coming to graduation, but you are not going to go to the convention itself, at least one person in your party needs to register for the convention. It can be for the shopping pass only, but you need to have a registered person for the convention. Then you get that confirmation email, and then you can sign up for graduation. So many people have asked why you need to do that. Part of it is a bonus for people who attend the convention, who support CHAP in that way, and perpetuate the fact that we can have conventions every year. So it is an add-on for the convention. It's not a standalone event. So that is why you need to purchase a registration first. So let's see. There is an April 18th deadline for graduation. So if you or someone you know wants to take part in a graduation ceremony with us, Friday, June 13th, you need to sign up for convention and sign up for graduation before April 18th. So if you don't want to come to the convention, you don't want to come over here to do graduation, I would say look around at the local groups around you, see if they are willing to have your student be part of their graduation ceremony if they have one. The other option is create your own. Have one at home that's just for your student, or ask the homeschoolers around you, hey, do you know of any graduates? Would we like to have a community homeschool graduation ceremony together? The sky's the limit. There's no rules or regulations for graduations and giving people diplomas and all this kind of stuff. It is whatever you want it to be. It's just like how you design a curriculum for your student. You can design a graduation for your student. My senior this year is going to be participating in our co-op's graduation ceremony, which is going to be 9 kids, which is huge for us because there's usually not that many kids in our seniors in our co-op. And they're going to do worship music. There's going to be some speaking. There's going to be some praying. I mean, it's what we want to happen. We design it to be what we want it to be, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So go ahead and take initiative and design your own graduation ceremony. I'm sure you'll find it to be really a blessing. We have parents talk about their students, and it's just a beautiful thing. So you can do it. You can design your own graduation ceremony. And if you're thinking about that, parents who have seniors like coming up next year, get on the graduation thing in the fall. No joke. Like April and May is actually really late to be looking into a graduation ceremony. So have that in your mind early in the year, August, September. Make sure you're on top of that. It kind of sneaks up on you really fast. So be prepared. All right. Question 8. When can I get into my dorm room? So one of the add-ons is you can rent a dorm room from the college for a really great price once you register for convention. So when can you get into your dorm room? anytime. Once you show up and you register and you got your stuff, you can get over into the dorm room, dump all your stuff in there, and then you have that touch base spot. Like if you just need to veg and sit down for a few minutes, or like I think the lunch is takeout from the cafeteria this year, you can go sit in your dorm room and eat. Yay! So yeah, you'll be able to get into your dorm room at any time. And someone asked about a printable schedule. There will be a printable schedule on the webpage closer to the convention time in June, but just so you know, there will be a program that everyone gets when they show up at the convention, a really nice bound, colored, printed program you can scribble on, mark all the sessions you want to go to. It is a really good idea to go on that webpage now and look at the sessions and be like, ooh, I want to go to those things, mark it all up, make notes, and then when you get your program, you can mark it. But just so you know, there will be a really nice program when you come to the convention. All right, number 9, scholarship. So there is a scholarship for graduating seniors, and we award it every year. It's $1,000 for the first winner and the $500 for the second place winner. And there's an essay involved. It's for traditionally homeschooled students. So it wouldn't be for like a cyber school student. It would be someone whose parent is the supervisor and you are filing homeschool paperwork. So the deadline for that is actually coming up too. It's April 30th. So someone had written in and said, hey, I was a homeschooler and I am now a freshman in college. Can I apply to be a scholarship applicant? And I said, actually, no, you can't, because it is just for graduating seniors. So all y'all's out there who know seniors, I know you're asking me about graduation. So I know there's seniors out there. If you want scholarship for going forward, either to college, if you're going to a gap year program or a trade school, some kind of education, you're furthering your education in some way, all students who are doing those things can apply for the scholarship. So check that out. That is out there on the website at conv.chaponline.com also. Okay, so I know I was talking really fast because I feel like there's a lot to talk to you guys about, and I don't want to be on here for an hour with you today. But I'm looking through and I answer the questions. So thank you for sending in your questions. Go ahead and keep sending me questions. I love to come on here and answer them. So we're going to wrap up today with talking about Capital Day. Capital Day. So Capital Day is coming up this Tuesday, April 15th. I know it's tax day also, but April 15th is our Capital Day. And guys, it is sold out. We are just amazed. We're amazed at you guys. There's been such a turnout for Capital Day. We are just so amazed. So thank you to everyone who has signed up. We did have someone ask why there was a $15 fee for Capital Day. And I mean, there's literature that we're gathering, there's speakers that we're having, and there's other like registration system fees that we have. So that is what those fees go to. So you are supporting the CHAP organization and being able to do these events when you are paying that minimal fee to come to Capital Day. But let me tell you some things about Capital Day so you are prepared. So all of y'all who are coming, it's awesome that you signed up, and that's great. So here's the news. Check your inbox. Check your inbox on Monday. You will be receiving 2 emails, and they will be giving you lots of information. And if your email does not make it into the inbox, check your spam and your junk. Sometimes CHAP's emails go there. And you know what? If you make us a contact, that email that sends you the email address that sends you these things, put it in your address book so that our emails go into the inbox and not to the junk folder. But these emails are going to tell you things about location, security, parking, check-in, etiquette. It's good to have a little etiquette refresher about how to behave at the Capitol, lunch, tour information if you sign up for a tour, or if you're going to do a self-guided tour. It is chock full of information. You definitely want to make sure you get those emails on Monday before you come on Tuesday. Secondly, when you get to Capital Day, you're going to check in at the CHAP table. So there'll be a table there. It'll say CHAP on it. We'll be sitting there smiling. We might have our CHAP shirts on. You want to check in there because we are going to give you a name tag. So if you signed up for a tour slot, which we do have a bunch of tours and every single one of them is full, it's just amazing. Those name tags are your tickets for your tour. So make sure you get in. And even if you are doing a self-guided tour, put on a name tag so people who are around you can chat with you and call you by your name and remember you. So get your name tag. You're going to get a bunch of education resources from CHAP. We've got a bag for everybody, whole bunch of stuff we can stick in there, and you will get a coupon for the convention registration. So you want to stop by at the table, say hi to us, ask us your questions if you have any, and get your resources. So I'm going to wrap up with some of the activities that you can do while you are on campus on Tuesday up at the, I say campus, meaning the Capitol. While you're at the Capitol, what can you do? So a tour, which I mentioned earlier. If you already signed up for one, great. If you didn't, you can do a self-guided tour. We have speakers coming in from 10:30 to 11:30. We're going to hear from Brad Bastido, who is our legislative watchdog for CHAP. We're going to hear from Will Estrada, who is our HSLDA lawyer. And we are going to hear from Senator Doug Mastriano. And you'll hear from me and Sarah, who is our convention coordinator. There are display cases throughout the Capitol that have historical artifacts in them. So if you open your eyes and you go walking around our Capitol, there is so much to see. And tell you what, if you've never been there, if you just look up at the dome, you could like lay on the floor and stare at the dome for hours. It's gorgeous. There's so many things to see in our Capitol. There's an interactive welcome center that you can go to. There is the Senate Library, which also has an exhibit there. You can check that out, and you can visit with other homeschoolers from across the state. I mean, there's people coming from all over, and we even have some friends coming in from Jersey, because, you know, we love Ro, and she's going to be coming in, so you can say hi to her too. But there's so much to do at the Capitol. That's so funny. CHAP at the Capitol. Capitol Day. So you can see so many things. Alicia, who put this together, her family came in and she said they spent 3 hours at the Capitol and hadn't seen everything. So whether you have a tour or not, as someone touring you or you're doing it yourself, there is plenty to see and do at the Capitol. And there's going to be quite the group there. I'm very excited. I'm thrilled that it got so much attention and so many of you are coming out. I would just love to, I want to get a picture. Hey, remind me before we all disperse after we're done speaking to try and clump together somehow and get a big picture on how we're going to do it. There's going to be so many of us, but we got to do that. I also wanted to mention, when you come in, stop at the CHAP table. I have a few more of these flyers left, and I know a lot of you guys have seen them. Isn't this, what? That's the dome. Isn't it gorgeous? That you can have. I have a few of them. It's like first come, first serve. This is great for a portfolio. So when you're building portfolios and you like to put in the places that you've done your field trips to, you can take this. So I will have a few of those extra. You can come and get one, and I don't have tons of them, guys, so it's first come, first serve. And then we have plenty of these. These are flyers for the convention that you can pick up. You can share them with your co-ops and your friends and your church and your library and the country store or wherever else it is that you go where you can hang things up. You can hang these up. This is all about the convention. You can see there's a QR code where people can go and learn more about it. And this is a really cool flyer about our writers series. So if you have a budding writer, we have all these folks coming in to do a track for us on Thursday about how to become a writer. I love this flyer. It's so pretty. So lots of great information will be shared on Thursday. So if you have a budding writer, you're going to want to check that out on Thursday at the convention. So guys, so much happening. It is springtime. It's just like, boing, everything's coming out and it's wonderful. And I am really excited to see y'all on Tuesday at the Capitol. There's going to be a lot of us CHAP folks there. You've seen us in videos and stuff over the months, and we will be there. Come say hi, come chat with us, ask your questions, and yeah, connect with us. And we're very excited that so many people have decided to make this Tuesday an important day on their calendars. It is really important. It's important to gather as a group. It's important to be connected with our legislators, and it's important to hear what's going on in homeschooling throughout the nation, which we will hear about that too. So Thanks for tuning in today. I hope the questions got good answers. If you have more questions, if I created more questions from my answers, you can write into me, chaponline.com, on the contact form, and I will answer your questions and share them again on one of my episodes. Thank you for tuning in, and enjoy this Saturday. Enjoy this weekend. Tomorrow is Palm Sunday, and then we're going into Holy Week, and next Sunday is the best Sunday of the year, when we celebrate our risen Lord. So thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you on Tuesday, and I'll continue to see you here on Facebook and on YouTube and everywhere else. Please like, subscribe, share, do all the things to help other people hear these messages and get the support that they need to continue on their homeschooling journeys. Love your kids, love walking the journey with them, and love training them to follow Christ in all of life. We'll see you again next time. Bye now.